Hello, people who are not me, and welcome back to Mega Man 9. I am Sire Goku. In the last video, we defeated the last of the 8 Robot Masters and found out that Dr. Wily was behind everything the entire time. Shock. Shock and awe. Off camera, I took the liberty of grinding for a bunch of bolts, so I went to the shop, maxed out on lives, E-tanks, and bought an M-tank. So I'm all good. You can buy shock guards too, as well as an Eddy and Beat if you want, but really, as long as I have max E-tanks, I should be good. So let's take on Wiley for the technically it's the 10th time if you count Mega Man and Base, but let's go stop Dr. Wily once again. Okay, Capcom. We love Mega Man 2 as much as everybody else. Nah, I'm fine with it. So, this is Wily's Castle. And until Mega Man 10, this was probably my favorite Wily theme. We'll get to Mega Man 10, don't worry. Well, you got your outside area. Again, a lot of this game, as much as I hate to admit it, I do like this game a lot, but it feels like it's trying way, way too hard to be Mega Man 2. And that's not technically bad. I get why they want to be as much like Mega Man. I get why they tried to imitate Mega Man 2 as much as possible with this game, but it feels really like they don't even bother trying with anything new. They just we get it, you liked Mega Man 2, here you go. I mean, even parts of this theme that's being used, I guess it's because I can't really fault it because it's being NES. Oh, anyway, there's two different ways you can get up here. You can use the concrete shot to make steps, or you can use Tornado Blow to move this platform up. But, some of these instruments are straight up ripped from Wily's theme in Mega Man 2. And it's just really? You can't come up with something new without just reusing Mega Man 2? But, I do like this song. A lot. It just really feels like they tried way too hard to remake Mega Man 2. When they could have very easily just... Oh, by the way, just don't worry about jumping there. And you should be able to make this jump. Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like they used too much of Mega Man 2 in this game. And it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's something about Mega Man 10 that I like a lot, is that they don't rely so... Mega Man 10 does the 8-bit graphics thing as well, but it doesn't solely rely on nostalgia nearly as much as this game does. And I understand why they use nostalgia as a huge factor for this game, but I don't know, it just feels like they use too much. Anyway, as with most castle stages, you're gonna see a lot of reused puzzles and things from old stages, such as the Dragon mini-boss from Magma Man stage. Once again, 3 or 4 black hole bombs, take him out, no problem. You can get that E-tank using the Rush Jet, Rush Coil, or Hornet Chaser. I would suggest going for Hornet Chaser, because it's much safer. And right here is a really good grind spot. Fill up on your weapons, life energy, and all that stuff. And if you're lucky, you may get some extra lives. But I'm going to try and fill up a little bit of my energy here. There we go. Again, I recommend buying the energy balancer just so it makes filling up your weapons that much easier. I'm going to try not wasting too much time. There we go. That should be good enough. Actually, I might want to fill up the tornado blow all the way. I'm not sure what those filled up, but oh well. Okay, it seems like I'm getting close to... Yep, everything's maxed out now. Okay, good. Again, this spot right here is clearly designed to be a refill station. And now we got this section here with more... with magma. There's two different ways you can get across this. You can use the concrete shot to freeze the magma and make a bridge, or you can use rush coil and just jump your way up here. You can also use rush coil to skip through more than half of this section here, and that was a really big risk I took there. And normally I don't make that jump. Let's see here. I am not going to risk that. I'm going to show what the game expects you to do to get through here. There we go. Just use concrete shot, makes a bridge. It's only temporary, but it's still worth it. If you're missing an E-tank, just climb up the left ladder and use laser trident to break down those walls. There's also speedrun strats here you can use here by using rush coil to bounce up into this, and there you go. You can make this jump, but I'm not going to risk doing a big jump here. Plus, you kind of need to use either rush jet or concrete shot to make it across that spiked area there. I couldn't think of what I wanted to say there. And take out these palm tree guys. And there we go. This is pretty much the end of Wily 1. Yep, it is the end of Wily 1. Great. Yeah, it's really not that difficult. The hardest parts are obviously the magma platforms that you have to jump across. But, oh well. Now we're at the boss. Now this boss can be a pain. You have these 4 robots here that are constantly firing at these spiked orbs here. And as soon as one of the spiked orbs goes all the way across the screen, then they're gonna start firing these arrow shots at you, which are a lot harder to dodge. Ironically, though, despite it being harder to dodge, in a way it actually makes them a lot easier to deal with. It happens every time the spiked orb gets all the way across the screen there. There we go! And I beat this boss without even taking a hit. This boss is super easy. If you're not good at rapid firing, you can also use Tornado Blow to move all 4 of the spiked orbs at the same time. But because you only get 5 shots, because you only get so many shots of that, it's not really going to be worth it. So, 9 minutes into the video, let's move on to Wily 2. And a lot of people's favorite stage theme of Mega Man 9, which is, this song is called We Are the Robots. I love it. The stage theme for level 1 for Wily 1 was called Flash in the Dark. And that's personally my favorite of the Wily stage themes in this game, but to each their own. Now, for this stage, you're going to have a lot of close call jumps. Well, I say close call, that's not really what I mean. Close quarter jumping, such as here, or you can just skip it completely by using the rush coil, and that's what I'm going to do. Speedrun strats for the win. And once again, you have 2 different sections you can go through. You can just rush jet across the spike pit, or you can use laser trident to go down this pathway. I recommend going the lower path because it's a lot easier to deal with. Sure, you got that Sniper Joe down there, but you can take him out really quickly with the laser trident. Or if you don't feel like shooting him, you can just use the Jewel Satellite. Now this section... This section is a little bit annoying, mostly because you have very little room to move. And you have to jump across... You have to jump in between these really small gaps. You can either use Concrete Shot to get an extra boost, or just use Rush Coil. Just remember where the pits were, and you can even just skip most of it. Be sure you remember where these where these fake platforms are, because you can jump right into those spikes and kill yourself. Let's see, yeah, you can just use Jewel Satellite like this. Sniper Joe, you got an upgrade, yet you're still terrible. Once again, you can tell exactly what platforms are going to be fake here, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to Rush Jet my way across, as well as Rush Jet across this. And we have the mini-boss from Hornet Man stage here, so get your Concrete Shot ready and just hope you get lucky. Well, you don't have to use Concrete Shot, it just makes the battle go faster. Unless you're like me and you're getting really unlucky. There we go. Yeah, if he's right next to you, you can take him out real quick. And now we got a water section. Typical of a Wily Castle, there's usually at least one water segment. Hold on one second. I had my speakers turned on and friends are talking to me on Facebook. Sorry if you heard that. If you notice, one thing is missing from this game, and that's the Rush Marine. I don't know why the Rush Marine didn't come back for this game, but oh well. Normally I don't use Rush Jet to make that jump, but I'm recording, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. You can... Once again, you can use the Black Hole Bomb to get rid of... Well, actually, I don't think I ever mentioned that. You can use the Black Hole Bomb to get rid of these mines. If you take the lower path down there, as you can see, you can get an E-Tank. The safest way to do that is just use the Rush Jet to fly across. Because, as you know, in Mega Man, when you're underwater, you jump twice as high, depending on how long you're holding the jump button. Once again, we have yet another grinding spot. Actually, this isn't the grinding spot. We're getting there. You can... But this is the way I always go. I use the laser trident to break down this wall. And right here is where I typically grind for weapon and life energy if I need it. Since you can just keep walking back and forth here, and this fish will constantly respawn on screen. Which I'm probably going to do and save you guys the trouble of watching it by editing it out, because I'm smart like that with editing. Just for a safety net, since Rush can survive standing on spikes but not Mega Man. Just use Rush to make your way across here. Ow! Careful of the fish though. Don't get blindsided by fish. Alright, and right here is where I typically grind for energy. Because you can just stand here with the Jewel Satellite, just keep walking back and forth, and these same two fish will keep respawning. And you can just fill up on weapon and life energy real quick. So in fact, I'm going to do that. It shouldn't take very long. If it does, I'll just cut ahead. Yeah, that should be good enough. Actually, No, I might want to fill up Laser Trident a bit more. So yeah, so I'll be right back. Let me just fill up on my weapons real quick. Okay, Hornet Chaser's not all the way filled up, but it's good enough for me. So sorry about wasting time there, but I'm gonna edit it, so don't worry about that. Coming up here is the most annoying jump in this entire game. And there's two different ways you can deal with this jump. Actually, there's a couple of different ways you can deal with this jump. The safest bet is to use Concrete Shot. There we go. The problem is, though, you have to go down this lower path here. And then you have to use Laser Trident to break down this wall. But that one jump back there was the annoying one. Actually, this jump's kind of annoying, too. Inch your way towards the... There we go. Normally, I'm not too concerned by that. But I was recording, you know that. You know the drill with me and my recording curse. Yeah, I apologize if this is going to be a bit of a longer part than usual. Some of the Wily Castle stages are pretty long. Like this stage in particular is kind of lengthy. Although we're close to the end. Take out those hologram guys. Otherwise it's going to be a bitch trying to jump across those pits. Take the wall guys out. You can use the UFO enemies to fill up on stuff too. Oh shoot. Ow. Hey, at least you were nice enough to drop a large weapon energy, large life energy for me. And we're at the end of the level. But before we go in there, use the Hornet Chaser. You get a free life energy, giant life energy inside the Dr. Wily symbol there. So yeah, I am going to edit my grinding a little bit, because I'm almost at 20 minutes here. But, oh well. And here's the boss for Wiley too, a tail. No, it's... We'll see more of what this enemy is, but for now, it shoots missiles, and as long as there's missiles on screen, it'll stay... the compartment will stay closed, and you can only damage it when the missile compartment is opened. So, my recommendation is to stay as far away from it as possible, and just do what I'm doing. The weakness is the Laser Trident, so you can use that to breeze through this battle even faster. Unfortunately, these missiles do not drop power-ups. That would make this way too easy. It's already easy enough, so you just keep shooting it, and then once you do enough damage, it'll explode. Now you move on to the second phase. Now this phase can be annoying, since, well, I should let you know now, these spikes are not instant death if you hit them. They just hurt a lot. But if you use the tornado blow, you can take out those two dispensers on the bottom. And here's the front of the ship. It's a giant shark. All three forms of this boss are weak to the Laser Trident, but I saved the Laser Trident for the main boss here. It dips up and down and it shoots lasers at you. Just shoot it with the Laser Trident when its mouth is open. And there it goes. If you're worried about dodging, you can also use the Black Hole Bomb to absorb some of the laser hits. But, there we go. With that, I'm going to call it a video, since the next since the next stage is my least favorite stage in the game, and it's also the longest stage in the game. So, thank you guys for watching. We made some pretty good headway into Wily's Castle here, so in the next video, we will continue with Wily's Stage 3. See you guys then.